My name is Deepak Malhotra. I'm a professor at the Harvard Business School, and this is part of a video series on negotiation insights. Every video is 2 to 3 minutes, talking about one idea, one tactic, one principle, one strategy that you might be able to employ in your own negotiations to get better outcomes for yourself and for the people you care about. In this video, we're going to talk about labeling your concessions. In any negotiation, at some point, there's going to be some give and take. At some point, you're going to make a concession, whether it's early on in a negotiation or later on. The hope is that once you make a concession, the other side is going to appreciate it, feel obligated to reciprocate, and then the give and take will begin. What you want is for your concessions to be rewarded, not exploited. The problem is it doesn't always work out the way you want. The fact of the matter is, when you make a concession, it can be seen as generous, it can be seen as kind, it can be seen as even smart or wise. It might show that you understand the need for give and take. But every concession you ever make in a negotiation can also be seen a different way. It can be seen as naive or weak or desperate. And if the attribution the other side makes is that you made this concession out of weakness or desperation or out of naivete, instead of getting the reciprocity you're hoping for, you might actually get exploited. They might start increasing their demands. They might expect even more from you. This is why one of the pieces of advice I often give to negotiators is get into the habit of labeling your concessions. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean every time you make a concession, you say, now, notice that's a concession, and I'm making it because I'm smart and nice. That would be pretty awkward. But it does mean that you want to get into the habit of thinking about how the other party is going to perceive the concession you're making. And you want to manage the attributions the other side is going to make. And that has implications for when you do and do not make concessions, in what context you make concessions, how you frame the concession that you're making. If you're going to make a concession and the result is going to be they're going to see you as desperate, weak, or naive, you want to think about how to make it at a different time or in a different way. When you get into the habit of labeling your concessions and managing their attributions, you're much more likely to get the give and take you want in the negotiation and to build the reciprocity and goodwill rather than to end up with a worse deal even though you did the right thing. Good luck.